Well, hello there. How's everybody doing? Hopefully this is up and running. I hope so. I failed earlier to get a live stream going on my commute back from work, so I thought I would try it again. This is for basically testing purposes. Just kind of want to see how the microphone does, how the Insta360 does on this type of situation. Just riding the bike with no mic, external mic, just the presets of this and the phone. See how the noise cancellation handles the traffic. We're gonna ride to a little 9-hole disc golf course and throw around. Hopefully we'll see how it goes. I haven't played disc golf in quite some time. Actually, the last time I played, I think, was in a trip to Austin to go visit my son. And that was the very beginning of summer, I think. So since I've been back, I just haven't played. And I'll have another trip coming in the end of October out to the Big Island, and there probably play a round or two. Thing about over there is none of the courses are public like this one. You got to pay to play them all over there, but they're pretty neat. They're worth it. That economy out there, man, it runs on tourism. So I get it. I get it. But although I'm not able to see chat, hopefully you guys understand. If there's anybody watching anyhow, not really sure. But this is kind of a cool feature to be able to live stream this way. I'm really curious to see how the video comes back, because it's, oh, that's funny. Why does it do that? Hello. See, I wonder if I move the image around on my phone, if that's like what you guys are seeing. That's what I'm really curious about, because it changes its trajectory on me just like through the app. It doesn't just remain like forward the way I'm setting it, but that may be totally independent of what you guys are seeing. I really don't know. To have the capability of like scrolling around your screen and seeing different angles, I think that's pretty cool. But the last time I went and played bicycle disc golf, I had a different bicycle with a kickstand, so it made it a lot easier to take shots. This one, I kind of have a kickstand, but it's called a click stand, and it's just not as easy as to take your foot and push it down. This one involves like unfolding, putting it on the bike, and then putting these like rubber bands around the brakes to hold the front end still, or around the brake levers rather, front or back. Actually, I have two of them for both brakes to hold them. And I like the idea of not having a kickstand rattling around back there. They're kind of heavy, but urban riding, they're pretty nice. I actually have one I could put on the back chainstay. That's kind of a universal type kickstand, and I may get around to it. I'm not sure. I've been debating if I want to try it or not. I am a fan of kickstands though, for sure. I think there's more pros than cons to it. Alright, this will be interesting. Loud exhaust, man, gotta love it. Well, they always gotta make it known they're going through a tunnel. But right up here, we're going to get off kind of this main little road back into the hood. Luckily, this park isn't too far away. But it's good to get out here and enjoy it, because I don't think this disc golf course is going to last very much longer. Last I heard, it was about a year ago, that they were going to use that property this course is on and build a hospital. Which in this community, I don't know, maybe a few years back, I'm not sure how many exactly, but yeah, I think there was about seven public disc golf courses around here, and most of them shut down and closed, so that concentrated the group of people who played into just the few that are still opening now, which made long lines, and the courses just don't flow if you just want to kind of like run through it real quick, which is kind of like my preferred method for sure. I just like to keep moving, not sit and wait. I mean, don't get me wrong, playing with groups is super fun, but also going out and doing stuff yourself is just as enjoyable, or can be. Same with like cycling in groups brings about different dynamics, and it's really cool. But if some people are just, they can't do stuff by themselves, it seems, or they'll only go and do a certain thing if there's at least somebody else. But I kind of like doing stuff by myself also. I can sit and think about a lot of stuff. I like to listen to podcasts quite a bit. So I guess there's pluses and minuses to both, but I don't think we should limit ourselves to just strictly be focused on only doing an activity if there's somebody else. The truth of the matter is, man, every single one of us is born into the world by ourselves. The birthing process, of course, yeah. The hosts are there, and when we transition to the next level, that is we do that by ourselves also. And ultimately, we kind of live our life by ourselves in a way. No one can live your life except you. I didn't really think this would go into some type of philosophical talk, but who knows what comes up, man, when you're just riding your bike. But I am trying to take advantage of this wonderful day in September because Mr. Weatherman said, get ready, starting the weekend. We're looking at the rain season to embark on us, and it's going to settle in for quite some time. Couple weeks at least, but I mean, it's hard to look that far into the future, and it could be sporadic. But rainy season's coming, and that's all right. I mean, it's definitely kind of cool in its own way. You know, here in the PNW, when it's just kind of drizzly and not downpouring, not frozen black ice, or just crazy super deep snow, just that kind of soft moisture all around. Oh, there's a car coming. Let me pass through there real quick. Yeah, it can have some beauty to it, for sure. I was trying to live stream the commute home today, and then maybe try to do another one next week in the rain to just like see the difference, see if it's even possible, and see if the equipment holds up. This 360 is supposed to be waterproof, so give that a good test. And the phone, well, that's supposed to be kind of waterproof too. The truth be known, I could take the phone and just leave the app open, maybe, and then put it in a bag. But I'm not sure about how this view looks like. That's why I'm really curious. I wish it would have worked earlier so I could have checked it out. If, without you guys touching it, if it's automatically going to go to, see, it just switched there. I didn't do that. That's weird how it, on the screen on the phone, it just, the angle of which it's pointing to changes just randomly. Or if it's not randomly, I want to know what's happening to make it do that. Or if somebody's watching is changing it. That could be it too. Maybe not. Well, it just did it again. It seems like when I turn a corner, it does it. Mainly, I'm wondering if I move it on the screen here on the phone, if that moves it, which you guys are watching also. This is an interesting section. This is a really long wheelbase on my bike, in which we guess I could. Oh. On but uncoil it. this and I make this in 3, now I believe the environment we're placed in is just jam-packed full of them from the beginning. I'm not sure how this 360. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's a funny game. It's a funny game. Those who have the most fun, they're the ones who win. Go. Pull over, please. The rattle. No. That's 2 over par. Right. 2, 3, 4. So now we're coming 5. Yeah, this one 4. On this side. Okay. All right. Pointed down this time, dude. Oh, and then it went low. When it goes low, that's the thing with trying to angle it in. Low line too. So low, it hits the stalls it out. And you could actually. Oh. Oh. Leave with it. No, I'm gonna have to. Just trying to. what it is, you got to accommodate for it. It does take a little bit more prepping. Oh. Man. Probably was probably a towel to wipe your disc off every single throw because it's wet. So I forget. Number size. Oh, that skip, but man, that was low. Rolling low. Build is, and they sent the pictures. Hey. Once it just and this bike that you guys or I kind of like the 9-speed in that the gear steps are, I forget what they are, maybe 27% if I'm just thinking about it. And then with the 12-speed, it's less. It's like 17%. And I found myself always skipping gears when I would go to shift, either up or down, just like 2 or 3. I even do that with this unit sometimes. But the bigger steps seem to work pretty good. Mind if I play through? All right. Number 8. This one's a par 4 too. It's what it says. Stay. Yep, so the other frame is going to be kind of a backup bike, and I'm going to try to make it a lot lighter, where this one's all set up for my daily commuting and doing errands and whatever around town and even trips. And with all the accessories I have on it, it's fairly heavy. I think without loading it up, it's right around 50 pounds. And the other bike's going to be just a little bit shorter in reach, and the head tube's a little bit shorter. Where'd that disc go? Oh, there it is. I always ride to where I want it to be, not to where it actually lands. Yeah, so it's going to be just, I think, like the seat stay and the chain stay, all the stuff behind the crank is going to be the same, just a little bit different in seat tube height and top tube, still with a 67-degree head tube. Hold on, I gotta get to the other side. I can't do that from here. Get on this side. All right. But yeah, I was keeping it light. I'll probably end up just throwing a 9-speed on there. I'm curious to see how that 9-speed's going to work. Oh, that was long. Shouldn't have gone that long. Because the 9-speed, it was a used unit. Was it used? Maybe it was. I got it on eBay, and it was pretty cheap. Way cheaper than going to any of the main outlets that sell them here in the U.S. Considerably cheaper. And when I got it, I just kind of turned the crank a little bit, or the axle, or whatever that gear is, and it seemed to turn fine. I didn't see any wear on the splines, so yeah, I'll probably just go with the 9-speed. All right, made it in 3. And honestly, the 12-speed has a 600% gear range, which is kind of cool about the gearboxes. Like, well, with a 1x system, derailleur and chain, you don't have any overlaps, but a 2x, you definitely get some overlaps. But the same with a pinion, there's really no overlaps at all. Gearbox. And the 9-speed, the 12-speed at 600%, and the 9-speed is like 570, 580, somewhere in there. So it's only losing like the very top gear. And with going with smaller cranks, I up the small gear, because to use first gear is such a granny gear. So I changed the cogs out a little bit to run a looser belt. But sometimes with like what a lot of bikes come with like a 3230 or something like that, the first gear is almost walking speed, if not slower than walking speed. So to me, like, to pedal walking speed or to push it in those situations, I'll probably push it, just because you're burning more energy than you really need to at that point. So to kind of get smaller cranks, hopefully I can get another set. I want to try a 150, 155. That makes the gear ratio higher for sure. We'll go ahead and throw. I think this guy's clear. Oh, you gotta hit a tree. What's around a disc golf if you don't hit a tree? That was a terrible upshot. Definitely those guys weren't in any danger of getting hit with that one. But dropping down to a 155/60 on this in particular bike, man, the rides I noticed that it was literally like another high gear, like the whole gear ratio changed higher, which I really liked, because yeah, let's just sit here and talk, because now I can utilize those lower gears more often, and that makes the taller gear even taller, which, like, I gain that almost maybe equal to like the 12 speed with a different stock cogs on there. And they're just poking around. And he missed again. I think I made it. So I'm going to try an upshot here. It's going to be a flick. Into the wind. So I'm going to try to aim it down a little bit. Hopefully I don't go too low. Not bad. Not bad for a flick. It actually deployed. I didn't put much behind that one, but it deployed good. A little bit of, I put some hyzer on it because this is super unstable, and it actually pulled out of the hyzer. It went its natural unstable way and then came back down. So that was, even though the putt is crazy long, may end up being 4 over for this round. Hold number 9. Oh, that was a good try anyhow. So gonna end up with 4 over. Bicycle disc golf. New sport. Maybe. I doubt it. All right, there we go. We'll stick this guy in here. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out and watching. If anybody did watch this, I have no idea. But if you did, I hope you had a wonderful day. And until next time, guys, aim high.